wabarakatuh. My name is Mbak Ramadhani. I will do presentation about the chapter 4 intercultural communication. Communication has always been an important need of all societies since the time of our cave dweller encounters. People have been communicating in different ways. Netherlands drew pictures on cave walls. American Indians communication using drum and smoke. In wars, soldiers used to communicate top secret letters, and the telephone were the next step in communication. Finally, in the present century, most of communication process is done through the internet. Next, intercultural communication, sometimes used synonymously with cross-cultural communication, is a form of communication that aims to share information across different cultures and social groups. It is used to describe the wide range of communication process and problems that naturally appear within an organization made up in individuals from different religious, social, ethnic, and educational background. That's E. Barriers to intercultural communication. 1. Attitude. A simple case. Globalization means that there is new one-bushness cultural everywhere in the world. B. If they want to the bushness with me, then they have to adapt to my culture. And C. When in Indonesia, do as the Indonesians do. And D. It is impossible to generalize cultural. There are many different. And E. Today, I work with Indonesians. Tomorrow, I will meet my American partners. I can possibly learn all I need to know about all the cultural I have to deal with. And then, with what I need when I go abroad is a list of do's and don'ts. Intercultural training just confirms stereotype. Next, 2. Perception. The fact that people perceive the something in different ways is particularly important in intercultural communication. The way we press is cultural determined, and the general lack of awareness of this is another barrier to intercultural communication. Next, 3. Stereotype. A stereotype is a fixed idea of or image that many people have a particular type of person think of, even but something is not true in reality. Generalization and categories are necessary, but when they are too right, they can be buried to the effective interpretation of a situation. And 4. Interpretation. What is the problem in this situation? Japan's businessman is negotiation with an Australian partner. The deal will be very difficult. Adriel, well, what can I help to solve the problems? This is the case of misinterpretation, in which two people have interpreted the same statement in complete different ways. Next, for 5, culture shock. Culture shock is precipitated by the anxiety that results from losing all or familiar things and symbols of social intercourse. The second are whose include the thousand and one ways which we are ourselves to the situation of daily life. Further, this question about culture shock will be in the text chapter. Next, 6. Nonverbal behavior. While language is the primary means of communication, nonverbal behavior also communicates. Nonverbal patterns include gesture, facial expression, eye contact, body movement, touching, and the use of speech and time. Gestures are an obvious sort of understanding because they might have different meanings. However, other forms of the nonverbal communication may cause particular difficulty, partly because we do not think about it much. Uh, and B. Cultural learning. At the lowest level is the belief that all people are alike. Then comes a recognition that there are different, an expansion of the French seeing ways of seeing season, the different way selecting and making things run smoothly. C. Dealing with difference. Use the following statement or the reflect on how well should you are to be an international student employee. Note that one on the list, professional excellence doesn't come at the top of the list. A technical skill in is the only characteristic for working abroad. The result will be release case. D. Improving intercultural communication. It is essential that people research the cultures and communication conversation of whom they propose to meet. This will minimize the risk of making the elementary mistakes. It is also prudent to set a clear agenda so that everyone understands the nature and purpose of the interaction. 1. Break the assumption. Everyone makes or has its assumption about the other. Assumptions are beliefs rather than objective truths and are usually influenced by a number of subject factors. 2. Impact. In order to come to appraise and understand people from different cultures, empathy is vital. Through putting yourself in something else shows you come to see or apply to or appraise their point of view. 3. Involve. Involving others in tasks or decision make empowers and build strong relationship. Using intercultural diversity is in essence a more creative approach to problem solving is as it incorporates different points of view. 4. Discourse herd mentality refers to a closed and one-dimensional approach, such a way of thinking collectively, innovation and advancement as people are restricted in how to think. People are restricted in how to think, approach, and engage with people or challenge. 5. Avoid insensitive behavior. People can and do behave in cultural insensitive ways. By attacking someone person, you attack their culture and therefore their dignity. This is only be division. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.